Introduction: Alexander Graham Bell, the man who changed the world forever by inventing the telephone, has an inspiring story of passion, innovation and relentless efforts to improve people's lives. Not only did he make human communication possible in a new and unprecedented way with his invention, but he dedicated his life to helping deaf people. This is the story of the life of a man who, through challenges and successes, became one of the greatest inventors in history. 1. Birth and childhood. Alexander Graham Bell was born on March 3, 1847 in Edinburgh, Scotland. He was born in a family where voice and speech were at the center of attention. His father, Alexander Melville Bell, was an expert in teaching deaf people to speak, and his mother, Eliza Grace Simons, was a very intelligent woman who loved music, although she was deaf herself. From childhood, Alexander showed an interest in helping his mother relate to the world around him, and this interest had a profound effect on his future. Bell was interested in inventions and experiments since childhood. He spends many hours building and designing new tools. One of his first inventions was a simple device for cleaning wheat, which he built at the age of 12. This device was so successful that it was used by local farmers. 2. Immigrating to America and starting a professional life. In 1870, the Bell family immigrated to Canada due to the health problems of Alexander and his two brothers. His brothers died of tuberculosis, and these events deeply affected Bell. He decided to give a new meaning to his life and engage in teaching and research. After a short time, Bell moved to Boston, USA, and started working as a teacher of the deaf. He used innovative methods to teach the deaf, inspired by his father's methods. At the same time, Bell became interested in sound transmission research. He believed that the human voice could be transmitted through wires and looked for ways to implement this idea. 3. Inventing the telephone and changing the world. In 1876, after years of research and experimentation, Alexander Graham Bell succeeded in inventing the telephone. This invention was the result of the combined efforts of Bell and his colleague Thomas Watson. The first phone call in history was made with the famous line, "Mr. Watson, please come here, I want you." This moment was a turning point in the history of communication. Bell exhibited his invention in the same year at the 100th anniversary exhibition of American independence, and this invention received a lot of attention. The phone quickly became popular and was used all over the world in a short time. With his invention, Bell was able not only to give a new form to human communication, but also to be recognized as a great inventor. 4. Subsequent challenges and successes. After inventing the telephone, Bell faced many challenges. He had to defend his patent rights against a large number of claimants and competitors. Several legal cases were filed against him, but in the end, Bell managed to prove his rights and be recognized as the main inventor of the telephone. Despite his great achievements, Alexander Graham Bell never rested. He continued research and development in various scientific fields. He was especially interested in improving the lives of deaf people and spent the rest of his life trying to find new ways to help them. 5. Final years. Alexander Graham Bell died on August 2, 1922 at the age of 75 at his home in Nova Scotia, Canada. His death greatly affected the scientific and global community, and his memory as one of the greatest inventors in history remained forever.